What's up, Broncos country? In today's episode, we break down the Week 3 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So let's talk Broncos. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I know. Let's talk Broncos. Welcome into another edition of BroncoTlk, where we talk Denver Broncos football. In today's episode, we are breaking down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Denver Broncos Week 3 matchup where the Broncos took the dub. And first things first, you're looking at me and it's probably like, isn't this Bronco talk? But in honor of Bo Nix getting his first NFL victory, I am throwing on the Oregon Ducks 10. I don't have a Bo Nix Denver Broncos jersey yet. We're waiting to see how it turns out before we purchase a Bo Nix jersey. I'm one of those holdouts in Broncos country. But I'm a Ducks fan. Love Bo Nix in Oregon. So rocking the Oregon Ducks 10 Bo Nix jersey in honor of the victory on Sunday. Now, if you're paying any sort of attention, you'll see that I've been 0-3 in my predictions throughout the season, and I honestly, the first 2 weeks I was a little upset. Week 1, I let my fandom get the better of me in a pregame prediction. I didn't give my prediction far enough in advance. Felt like I just felt good on week 1 going into the NFL season, just hyped for the Broncos. So I predicted the Broncos to win. When I led up to the first week of the season, I thought we were going to lose. So I mean, half and half there, but my official prediction was a victory. And then last week when we played the Steelers, I felt like we were going to show up on week 1. I thought we were going to show up for our home opener and show out, and just that defense playing aggressive the way that I know that it's going to throughout the season. I thought we were going to just crumble Justin Fields and give Bo Nix enough time on the field to execute and pull out a victory. And then we lost that game, and I kind of felt like, well, if Bo Nix isn't executing the offense, going against the Todd Bowles defense, East Coast 10 o'clock game where the Broncos traditionally struggle, I wasn't seeing too much to be confident about, so I predicted us to go into Tampa Bay and lose. So 0-3 on the season, not exactly the what I hang my hat on as far as my predictions. Typically, I feel I'm pretty good at predicting how each game is going to go. But with the victory against Tampa Bay, we are back on track with the way that I thought the first 3 games of the season would go as far as record-wise. We're 2-1. Going into New York, could be 2-2, where I predicted us to be leading us to a 10-7 record into a possible postseason berth. Now, getting back to breaking down the Week 3 victory. First things first, as far as the game goes, I thoroughly enjoyed the Tim Brando and Matt Millen commentary team. Tim Brando brought a lot of life. I think that Tom Brady, I haven't watched any Tom Brady games that were announced by him in entirety, but hearing the commentary I have from Tom Brady and just what's going on social media, I think he can take a lesson or two from Tim Brando and Matt Millen. Him and Tim Brando, that was thoroughly entertaining for both sides. He just kept it, Tim Brando especially kept it entertaining throughout the entire game, so that was awesome. But also, what was awesome is the offense scored 26 points. It's great to see, coming from back-to-back weeks where in Broncos country we weren't exactly sure what this offense was going to achieve. We were pretty much sputtering offensively. We were stalling drives out that had potential. We were getting penalties that ended drives in their tracks. So it left us with a lot of uncertainty in Broncos country. Certainly over here at BroncoTlk, I was like, oh no, this could be bad. We could be looking at a Travis Hunter type of deal when it comes to the NFL draft. But fortunately, the offense looked better. But what I credit the victory to more than the offense is the defense. The defense played lights out. They had Baker off his spot all game long, resulting in sacks, interceptions, and Baker playing off of his spot all game long. So credit to Vance Joseph and the Denver Broncos defense for getting that victory. Because when you look back and break down the game, it was a hot start, and I credit Bo Nix for having a good, clean game. He made good decisions. He was able to get Courtland Sutton the ball, and that's something that I think that needs to happen going forward. Courtland Sutton needs to be the unequivocal number one target for Bo Nix for us to succeed as an offense throughout this year. Bo Nix, in the first 2 weeks, did force a couple of passes that resulted in interceptions. Now, that's on Bo to make the right decision, and that's on Sean Payton to get us in the right plays. And of course, there's always going to be some calculated risk. There was a couple of throws to Courtland that were threading the needle, and there was a pass that was middle to late of the third quarter that was a shot at the end zone that was a calculated risk. Bo put it in a spot where only Courtland could catch it, and it was looked like single coverage and Bo Nix and Sutton didn't end up connecting on that one. It went out. The catch was made, but it was out of bounds. Either way, it was a ball that Bo Nix can throw, and I believe a lot of that is due to confidence. I saw a different Bo Nix when I watched the Week 3 game versus the Week 2 or Week 1 game. Bo Nix was playing hesitant. His feet were choppy. He was trying to bail out on the pocket too soon. You look at a couple of clean pockets, not the cleanest of pockets, but ones where Bo could step up, and he was stepping up or just trying to bail out and throw an off-platform throw, and it wasn't really, that's not Bo's game. He's going to be a quarterback that will be successful if he has good, clean footwork, if he steps up in the pocket and he drives the ball. And on the completion to Courtland Sutton, where he did thread the needle, where Courtland did come down with it, that's exactly what Bo did. He stepped up in the pocket and he drove the ball. And that's exactly how he's going to be successful. Obviously, he's freakishly athletic, so he can break contain, get out, step up in the pocket. If there's no one open, utilize your legs. I like the fact that he, in this game against Tampa Bay, tried to make the throw, and then when the throw wasn't there, that's when he made the decision to step up in the pocket or break contain and get some yardage, get some plus yardage for the team. So, great game from Bo. That's why I'm rocking the Ducks jersey, the Bo Nix number 10 Oregon Ducks jersey. But I give a lot of credit, like I said, to the defense. When you look at what we had coming into this season, I had said Riley Moss will be what makes or breaks this unit being a top 5 defense. And Riley Moss, all things considered, he gave up a touchdown to Chris Godwin, but that coverage was blanket coverage. Baker had to make a perfect throw, and Baker did. You tip your cap on that when it comes to that. You just tip your cap and move on, because sometimes good offense beats good defense, and that's what happened on that play. But other than that, Riley Moss has played lights out. And him playing lights out, Pat Surtain playing a clean game in Week 3 allowed the pass rush to get there. If Baker steps back in his 3, 5, or 7-step drop, and Riley Moss and Pat Surtain are just locking down the outside, and you've got PJ Locke, you've got Brandon Jones, who was able to play kind of a rover, and it resulted in an interception on a pass from Mayfield to Mike Evans. When you've got the blanket coverage that we have, that makes Baker have to pat the ball a little bit more, stand in the pocket, and Baker did a great job. There could have been 10 or 15 sacks, if we're being completely honest, for the Broncos defense, but Baker was elusive. There's a play even, I think it was late in the third quarter, where he was in the grasp, essentially. If this was 15 years ago when they first started calling that whole in the grasp, who's in the grasp, we don't want to get quarterbacks injured, wrap them in bubble wrap type of deal, he may have been called sacked, but he flipped it out to Bucky Irving and he got a few yards. It wasn't, as far as yardage gained or anything like that, a very big play, but it was impressive to me. And obviously this isn't Bucs talk, we're talking Tampa Bay Buccaneers football. This is Bronco Talk, but it was pretty impressive to me the way that Baker was able to elude some of the pass rush because we were on his tail all game long. And that's what you get. You're getting an Vance Joseph defense that is allowed to be aggressive when you've got a Riley Moss playing to his potential, when Pat Surtain is playing clean game, and you've got linebackers able to cover. You've got K. Doughton being covered, wrapped up, and giving Riley Moss a chance to come in and be that secondary tackler, knocking the ball out, allowing Brandon Jones to get a second turnover for the day. He got the interception early, and he was able to scoop that ball up that Riley Moss knocked out because of sound tackling that is clearly being coached very well by Vance Joseph. So, Vance, kudos to you. Very much what we like to see here in Denver. Solid tackling, sound defense, and allowing us to rush the passer. So, Vance Joseph's calling great games. Riley Moss is playing great opposite Pat Surtain, and allowing us to be playing free and loose and getting to the quarterback. And if we continue to do that, like I said, before the first game of the season, we will be a top 5 defense. A lot of that relies on health, and I'm definitely hoping that we stay healthy. Great to get this dub in the books. Looking forward to staying East Coast in West Virginia, where the Broncos will bunker up and stay until the game is getting ready to be played against New York later this week. I'll have news, notes, and storylines ready for you for that game, but right now we're just stoked to have Bo Nix get his first victory in the NFL. See that offense look more efficient, getting in and out of the huddle, giving Bo Nix plenty of time to get to the line and make sure that we're in the right play and run this offense efficiently. I would say I like to see more commitment to the run, and even though Tyler Bidet, name change, I think me and thousands of others in Broncos country, when they were calling him Bidet on the telecast, were like, it's Beatty, but it's not. It's Bidet. So when Tyler Bidet runs 9 carries for 70 yards, that leaves some questions to be answered, of course. Javonte, coming into this season, lost 11 pounds, looked like he was going to be RB1 without question, and He's not necessarily not RB1 in my mind. He's got somebody on his tail. We all thought that might be Jaleel. It looks like it's Tyler Bidet. He's actually hitting the hole and making the decisive cuts that he needs to get through and get to the second level. And then he's pretty speedy. He's pretty elusive. So they said in the broadcast that he has the chance to take it to the house at any point he touches the ball, which spells great, because at one point Bo Nix was on pace to throw close to 50 passes, and I just don't think that's the formula for Denver to be successful on offense. I believe that the 35, and I'd even like to see it closer to 28 passes per game with a more commitment to the run, if we're going to be successful on the ground, would be the most effective strategy for the Broncos, especially with Bo Nix, a rookie quarterback at the helm. But kudos to the Broncos for getting the first dub. We got off the snide. We were able to turn our season around, at least the first quarter of the season around, and just not have to feel that pressure of are we gonna be a top 10 pick again this year? Are we gonna be a top 5 pick potentially if Bo Nix flounders and doesn't reach his potential? Fortunately, we're one victory in, and I don't want to start popping champagne or getting the fireworks going by any means here, but it definitely feels good. If we're going to be more efficient on the offense, I could see the Broncos turning to Tyler Bidet, getting more and more carries. If he's going to average 7+ yards a carry, it's hard to ignore that. If they do a smash and dash, or maybe we just have three good running backs and kind of tip our hand on what we're going to do based on who's in the game, but just know that we're going to be better than you on this play and this play and this play. I hope to not see that. I hope to see just a genuine commitment to the run game, whether it be Javonte, Jaleel, or Tyler Bidet, and then let Bo Nix operate with time in the pocket. That's another thing we did very well against the Buccaneers. Gave Bo time to operate. You get to the line with time to read the defense pre-snap, you give him time in the pocket, Bo Nix is going to make the right decisions. And I think that that's something that Bo has shown throughout his 61 games in college and in the preseason. He was hurried the first couple of games. I think some of that was just him being a rookie and wanting to get out of the pocket and just not feeling comfortable, not feeling confident. But you see what he can do when he operates with time, pre-snap, in the pocket, and when he's playing with confidence. I cannot stress that enough. Rookie quarterbacks have so much going on in their head with what the play call is, reading the defense, pre-snap, post-snap, knowing your reads 1, 2, and 3, when to fill the pass rush and get out of there or step up. There's just so much. I'm not barely even touching the surface on all the things that the quarterback position requires from you, and especially as a rookie, having to rely on the game plan and not having as much experience in the NFL to rely on, and there's just tons to go off of as far as what you're seeing in front of you and what, as far as a rookie quarterback is concerned, little experience you have in the NFL. So he operated with confidence. If we can continue to have him operate with confidence, make it easier on him by giving him quick decisions, quick reads, getting him to the line, getting him in and out of the huddle quickly, and protecting him, who knows where this team can go offensively, especially if we're starting to get explosiveness out of our run game. So that was my breakdown. Offense was great. Defense gets more credit from me. Vance Joseph is doing awesome. Keep it up, Vance. Keep working on the offense, Sean Payton. Get that offense fine-tuned. Keep giving Bo Nix plenty of time to operate, pre-snap, post-snap. Offensive line, keep doing you. I'll take a holding penalty over my rookie quarterback getting just tatered out there. So do what you got to do to protect that quarterback and let the kid operate. In our next episode, we'll look forward to the Week 4 matchup between the Broncos and the New York Jets. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment for the algorithm that lets YouTube know that you want to see more of this content. Thank you for tuning in, Broncos Country, and I'll see you in the next vid.